Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking all things Morbius. Now, I have finally watched Morbius, and this is my down to honest God truth of what I think of the film. I will get through some of the good parts, and I will get through a lot of the bad parts. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to be reviewing Morbius today, and oh boy, this film is a mess. Like, without giving too much away, certainly not my favourite non-MCU movie outside of the Marvel films, like, you know what I mean? But this film has a lot of problems. However, I don't like to start off negative with these videos, so I'm going to get right to it with the good stuff. And there's not a lot. Some of the action scenes are actually quite good and quite enjoyable. Matt Smith is a standout here. It definitely felt like they could have done with making Matt Smith Michael Morbius. I've heard this being said by many other people who've reviewed the film. But Matt Smith brings it to a whole new level. And definitely feels like what Michael Morbius is in the comics as a villain. Or at least to start with anyway, from my judgment and from what I've seen before. But that is pretty much all I can say that's good about this film. I came at the film actually really pissed off because I did not like the way they did this. The execution was poor, script was terrible, the use of music in there was abysmal. The fact that they practically copied, again, something I've heard by other people and watching the film, it's pretty instant. That the theme tune and the sort of essence of the music sounds a lot like the Dark Knight, and that is problematic for me. It's just so confusing as well, especially with those end credits. We'll get to them in a bit, but this film just does not do the character justice, and it's piss poor. Anyone out there that's saying it's decent needs to get their heads out of their ass. The Venom films are better, not by much. Let There Be Carnage is still a terrible film, but Morbius, you know, is the turd in the wind, you know. That is the best way I can put it. Sony need to give up. That is my personal opinion. I do not want Sony carrying on with these Marvel films that are outside the MCU. Doesn't work. The only decent one they have done in recent time is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That is the best Sony film they have done, where it's purely Sony and there's no Marvel Studios involvement. When Marvel Studios have involvement in the Sony films, i.e. the Spider-Man films, the 3 Spider-Man films we have got, that is where they shine. But anything Sony do when it comes to a Spider-Man related villain, so far, has not worked. And yet they still continue on. They have now delayed the Spider-Verse films. So the next one we will get is Kraven the Hunter in January, which I'm not looking forward to now because of what this film's done. So we've got delays, you know. The first of the Spider-Verse films, Across the Spider-Verse, is now coming out in June of next year, but we were meant to get it in October of this year, and we were meant to get part 2 in October of next year. But now we're not getting that one until March 2024. Is it because Morbius isn't doing too well and they're a little bit worried? Yeah, I'd say so. Sony, stop doing what you're doing because it's not working. There's so much that I want to talk about more, but this is just me doing a quick review. But the after credit scenes completely changes everything. It doesn't make sense within these films. It doesn't fit into the Sony universe. Why is Michael Keaton showing up where he's showing up? Why do we have this scene where it's like, let's get the Sinister Six together. Give up on that idea, Sony. It's not working. Give the characters back to the MCU. Give the characters to the Marvel Studios so that Kevin Feige can do his magic and fix the problem that you've started. That's what needs to be done. As I say, if you enjoy the film, fair enough. Again, and this is just my opinion. But my opinion is that I came out of the cinema really disappointed. I had my levels low, but those levels were smashed even lower. 6 feet under even. Just no, I just can't stand it. And and it's unfortunate because I do think these characters are brilliant and deserve to be made well. And instead we got this shitty version of Michael Morbius that just does not work. But that is basically the review. Didn't want to be doing this too long today. Just wanted to give you a quick review on Morbius. Stick around tomorrow on my channel because, of course, Supernatural Season 4 review, it's all ready to go and it's in my list and it'll be coming out at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So don't miss that. And I will be on YouTube later on as well. Just playing some games. Undecided what games I'm going to be playing yet. Thinking about maybe starting a new gameplay of a game that is quite new as well. But I'm still a bit unsure on that one. Simply because I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it enough. And is 50 quid really worth playing a game? Especially one that's Lego. That'll give you a little clue as what we might be playing later on tonight for a very long time on YouTube. I will give you that now. So I've been Scribbo. This has been Scribbosphere. And I will see you later, folks. Goodbye.